talk a little hockey. Rangers. I saw a little bit of the game on over the weekend. Thursday, they opened the newly refurbished Garden. Tough loss to Ottawa on Saturday. They lost to Toronto in their opener, and they lost to Ottawa in a shootout on Saturday afternoon. But Rangers had been on the road for nearly a month before they came home, and despite all that, right around 500. So I guess you can't complain too much. But the new Garden opened again. I guess that's the second or third time they've refurbished that place. Huh?
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I think you're exactly right. The Rangers opening with so many games on the road, the Lightning Bolts opening with so many games on the road. So, I think they're righting the ship. I think everybody's, trying to even things out. When you open up a season like the Bolts did with 5 games on the road to start, you've got some problems. But they won the other night. Lecavier's goal held up, and so we'll wait and see. A lot of balance right now in the National Hockey League. We're seeing some teams jumping right out, like Green Bay's jumping out in football. Well, Washington's jumping out in the National Hockey League, and so it'll be interesting to see whether that levels off just a little bit. The Flyers have had all kinds of trouble, and they were supposed to be right there. The Bolts have had all kinds of problems, and they're hovering around that 500 mark, and so it'll be interesting to see as the season unfolds. It's still very, very early, but it's going to be a lot of fun before it's all over.
Interesting item I saw today, apparently on Hockey Night in Canada. One of their analysts was talking about this realignment plan. I thought it was kind of interesting. Let me just read it real quick. It's a proposed divisional realignment to make it, I guess it's currently, 6 or 8 divisions. It's going to go down to 4, 2 Eastern Conference divisions of 8 teams. I kind of like this. In the Eastern Conference, it'd be Philly, Washington, the Rangers, Islanders, Jersey, Carolina, Tampa Bay, and Florida. And the other division would be Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Ottawa, Detroit, or Columbus. They're going to make a decision on that. And the Western Conference will be all the Western and Midwest teams. And then you play a home-and-home series with teams outside your division, and everything else is within your division. So I think that'll create a lot of rivalries. And I thought that was kind of interesting. What would you think of that? The first 2 rounds of the playoffs would also be within your division too. It wouldn't be 1-8, 2-7. It would be within your own division.
Right. Yeah, I think that would restructure it in a pretty nice way, and we could also throw in this. There was a lot of conversation about baseball restructuring as well, with Houston switching over to the American League.
Right.
So maybe that'll happen too. I don't know, but I think all the leagues. I'm so disenchanted with college ball now, with all these conferences all stealing teams from each other. I'm a little disenchanted with that. But in the pro game, I think it would be better if they could balance things out, as you say. I think the National Hockey League trying to balance things out a little bit, and move Houston over to the American League and try to balance the leagues out a little bit as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Be almost similar to what they used to do in hockey. Remember, they had the Patrick division and the Norris division. You'd play within your division a lot, and within your division for the playoffs before you got out of your division. I think that, the Rangers and Islanders have those great rivalries. Of course, the Flyers and Rangers and Islanders. I think that would bring a lot of that back if they did this. So we'll see if it happens.
Well, I think that's the key. I think what they're trying to do is get some
90 seconds.
Competitive within conference, within divisions. To build up the rivalries again, because boy, oh boy, how people used to wait for the Bruins and Flyers, for the Rangers and Flyers, for the Islanders and Flyers. Of course, we're much more familiar, at least I am,
right,
with the Flyers having been a part of it for so many years. But you just waited for those teams to come in, and Ottawa coming in didn't mean a lot. Other than it was just a game on the schedule.
20 of the 30 governors, the NHL governors, have to approve it, but there is a thought, according to Hockey Night in Canada, that it's a 50-50 shot right now of doing that, and I think hockey's looking for ways to get more eyeballs to watch the games. I think this would do it. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see the Flyers in about a week or so. We're going up to Tampa to see the Lightning and Flyers, so we'll find out more about it then, hopefully.
Yep, next Wednesday night, the 9th. We're going to be up there, and St. Pete. I haven't had a chance to see the new St. Pete